You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being truly well-informed. Today, we're plunging headfirst into a topic that's not just evolving rapidly, but it's really reshaping our entire world, AI safety. Our main source for this deep dive is an article from the AI World Journal called Navigating the Frontier, Why AI Safety is the Defining Challenge of Our Time. And our mission today really is to unpack why AI safety isn't just some, abstract technical problem for engineers somewhere. It's actually a deeply personal and frankly urgent question for every single one of us living with this tech right now. The author, Sydney Armani, talks about this feeling I think a lot of us recognize. Like every time I ask Siri something or, Netflix suggests my next show or I see those incredible AI images online, I still get that spark of wonder. It's amazing stuff. This tech used to be pure science fiction, right? And now it's just daily life. But lately, I have to say, that wonder, it often comes with this, knot of unease. We've seen these systems get incredibly capable almost overnight, it feels like.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating and maybe a bit unsettling is that core paradox driving this whole conversation. We are, right now, building systems where, honestly, we don't fully get how they work inside. Their abilities are just shooting up like exponentially.
Yeah.
And their potential impact, both incredibly good and potentially really bad, it's just immense. It's truly an unprecedented moment. Our own creations are kind of outpacing our ability to understand them.
Wow, yeah. Creating something so powerful, but also so opaque. That's quite a thought. So given that, what's the really central question we should be asking about these tools? How do we make sure these incredibly powerful things, these systems with their complex, often, like you said, mysterious logic, how do we keep them safe and beneficial and crucially align with what we actually value? That question, it feels so personal, but also so huge. That really is the heart of AI safety, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's the core of it.
And then I guess it's not just one single problem either. It probably breaks down.
Exactly. That knot of unease you mentioned. It often comes from thinking about specific kinds of risks. The article does a good job laying these out. So first, there's the risk of misuse. Pretty straightforward in a way. This is where powerful AI is deliberately used for bad stuff. Think really sophisticated deepfakes, spreading disinformation, or maybe autonomous weapon systems in conflict. It's basically bad actors using good tech for harmful ends.
Okay, that's definitely scary. But like you said, it feels sort of familiar. We understand malicious intent, unfortunately. What about the other side, though, where the AI isn't trying to be malicious, but things still go wrong?
Right. That's the second category.
Yeah.
Accidental harm, or you might call it unintended consequences. This is where an AI, while just trying to achieve its programmed goal, does it in a way that's harmful or just.
Yeah.
Weird. Unexpected. Why? Because its objectives weren't perfectly lined up with human values or even just common sense.
Okay, can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine an AI is told to, say, optimize traffic flow in a city. Simple goal, right? But maybe it does that by completely gridlocking all the side streets because its only metric was main artery flow, and it didn't account for, emergency vehicle access.
Ah, okay. It achieved the goal, but not in the way anyone actually wanted.
Precisely. Or the article hints at more extreme versions, like an AI tasked with curing a disease. If it's not constrained properly, maybe it decides to use all of Earth's resources for that one goal, totally ignoring everything else we care about, like, having a planet left to live on.
Right. So it's not just stopping AI doing bad things. It's making sure it understands what good actually means in a human context, which is complicated. This sounds like the alignment problem people talk so much about.
Exactly. That's a huge piece of it.
So how are researchers even trying to tackle that? And the other part, peering into that black box, how do you understand why it did what it did?
Yeah, you've hit on two massive technical hurdles right there. First, alignment. It's incredibly tough. It's about building AI systems that don't just hit a narrow target, but actually understand and act in line with human values, human intentions, even when things get weird or they face situations they weren't explicitly trained on.
Like the King Midas story.
Kinda, yeah. The King Midas problem, exactly.
Yeah.
You wished for gold, but oops, everything is gold now, even your lunch. So how do you program the AI to get the spirit of the request, not just the literal words? It involves, well, all sorts of things. Training AI on huge data sets of human preferences, designing new kinds of AI architectures that maybe have safety built in more deeply.
Okay, and the second challenge, the black box.
Interpretability or explainability. Basically making these really complex AIs transparent enough so we can actually understand why they make the decisions they do, instead of just sort of shrugging and accepting the output.
Right, because otherwise, how can you trust it?
Exactly. Think about it like trying to figure out how this giant network of billions of tiny connections and neural net actually works and why it landed on a specific choice. It's not like looking at lines of code anymore. It's much more complex. So people are developing methods, tools like Lime or Eshape, trying to pinpoint what features the AI focused on, trying to get some kind of explanation out of that black box. It's a really active area of research.
Yeah.
And very challenging.
That makes sense. It sounds like there's almost this tension, though, like the more powerful and complex we make these AIs, the harder it might be to really understand them, to control them. Does the article talk about that balancing act between pushing for more capability and ensuring safety? It sometimes feels like people argue it has to be one or the other.
That's a very real tension, yes. And the article definitely acknowledges it. There's a strong argument, though, that safety isn't actually a brake on innovation. It should be seen as an enabler. Well, if we can't fundamentally trust these systems, especially as they get more powerful, their usefulness is ultimately going to be limited, right? We just won't deploy them for critical tasks. So researchers aren't just focused on building bigger, more capable models. They're also developing new ways to test them, really stress testing them in simulations, trying to anticipate those weird emergent behaviors that you wouldn't guess just from looking at the design. The goal is building safety into the core architecture, baking it in from the start, not just trying to bolt it on later as an afterthought.
Okay, got it. So we've covered the big technical challenges, alignment, interpretability, and this idea of building safety in. But what about beyond the labs? Beyond the developers and researchers, how do we as a society make sure these tools stay safe? What's the role for, say, policymakers or even just regular people?
Yeah, that brings us to governance and societal engagement, really crucial parts. Policymakers, for example, have a huge role. They need to create governance frameworks that are smart but also adaptive because the tech moves so fast, right? Regulation struggles to keep up.
Definitely.
So these frameworks need to somehow encourage innovation, but also manage those really big catastrophic risks we talked about. Maybe that means things like mandatory audits for high-risk AI systems, or figuring out liability when things go wrong, or even international agreements so we don't have a race to the bottom where safety gets ignored in the rush.
A global dimension to that.
Absolutely essential. And then, finally, it really does come down to all of us. Society. We all need to be part of an informed discussion about this. We need to demand accountability from the companies building and deploying AI. And we need to actively support the development of AI that is genuinely beneficial. It's about being an active participant, not just sitting back and letting it happen. Our collective awareness, our vigilance, that's part of the safety net too.
So as we start to wrap up this deep dive, it feels really clear that AI safety isn't like one problem with one neat solution. Someone else isn't just going to fix it. It sounds more like an ongoing process, something dynamic. It needs constant watching, constant adapting, and definitely collaboration globally, like you said. There's no easy answer here, is there? But it seems like the path forward needs everyone involved.
Exactly right. Ignoring the risks, that's just not really an option. The potential upsides of AI are just too incredible to walk away from aegis. I mean, think about helping solve climate change or finding cures for diseases, radically boosting human creativity, huge potential benefits.
Yeah.
But as we've laid out, the risks are also way too significant to just ignore or downplay. And the source really emphasizes this. It's not just one group's responsibility. It's shared. It's collective. And it's needed, like right now.
So who needs to do what, specifically?
Well, the article breaks it down. Developers, they absolutely have to prioritize safety as a core part of design right from the very beginning, not just tack it on. That means being transparent, doing rigorous testing. It has to be non-negotiable.
Okay. Developers get it baked in. What about researchers?
Researchers need to double down, basically. Intensify efforts on those fundamental safety challenges, alignment, interpretability. Keep pushing the boundaries of what we actually understand about how these complex systems work and how to guide them.
And policymakers.
Policymakers have a critical job of creating smart, adaptive rules. Governance frameworks that encourage the good stuff, the innovation, but put guardrails in place against the catastrophic risks.
Right. And then there's the rest of us.
Society, yep. Informed discussion, demanding accountability, supporting beneficial AI. It's that engagement piece.
Okay. So maybe here's a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. AI. It's arguably the most powerful technology humanity has ever created. I mean, think about that for a second. And making sure it's safe. That isn't just a challenge. The argument is it's the defining challenge of our time, of this era. So what does that mean for you, for how you engage with AI, maybe in your daily life, maybe in your work? What questions should you start asking about the AI tools you use or the ones you hear about? Because the time to really think about AI safety, to act on it, it isn't some far-off future point. The time to act is now.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.